Good morning and happy Sunday, folks. Okay. Maybe because I am a bit biased, and maybe because, I got to see people that I haven't seen in a good while, but it's going to be pretty obvious what my low, my high, and my act of kindness are because they all encompass the same thing. So the last 2 years, and last night, so 3 years, so the third time I've done this, I was invited to a Halloween party. And this Halloween party has been one of the major highlights of the year every time I've gone. Needless to say, last night was no exception. It was a lot of fun, seeing and talking to so many people I haven't seen in a good while. I really wish I could see them more often. But everyone has busy schedules. That happens. Nothing wrong with that. Just we got to find time is all. So again, it's gonna be pretty obvious. My low is that the party had to end, I mean, listen, it's a good party when you don't want to leave. Like you want to make, actually, I brought some stuff in things that need to be cleaned before I could go home, so that's why I stayed to the end. Plus, again, I just don't see these people very often. I'll see them once a month, I suppose, in passing and such. But, I wish it should happen more often, is all. And it just might happen more often. You got the holidays coming up, and I'm sure everyone's going to want to do all. That's actually the one thing about getting through, because listen, everybody knows that, after Christmas and New Year's, that first roughly month and a half can be pretty depressing. I would say the important thing to do, and this is actually what I did this earlier this year, but do things to keep yourself busy and give yourself things to look forward to. That's what I did. And I'd like to believe that it worked out for me at the end. If I were to go to my list of the best days of 2025, as well as my 2025 bucket list, I'm absolutely positive I would find a bunch of stuff I did, in the months of, January and February. In fact, I know for a fact I could think of some things because I wrote them down. So yeah, my low is that the party had to come to an end, as all great parties do. My high is, pretty obvious. Again, going to the party itself and seeing friends I haven't seen in a good while, and talking to people I haven't seen in a good while. Not to mention, a lot of great memories were made. Games were played where we had a lot of fun in. And my act of kindness was, this was a bring a dish to pass, and I brought several things. I brought, I probably brought the most things. So anyone who knows that I make a mean guacamole, which I made for the party. I also made French onion dip. I brought several jars of pickles for people to snack on. I brought, the chips, obviously, to go with the French onion dip and the guacamole, of course. I brought mixed berry lemonade that I made. It was good. Believe it or not, I actually could stand to put a little more sugar in it. I'll tweak the recipe later. And there was actually someone who I wanted to give a bottle of wine to because I wasn't able to do it a while ago, so I brought a bottle of wine. And for those of you who remember that I participated in the Hector Heptathlon and got second place overall, I actually got a free 6-pack of beer from Gristine Brewing Company. So I was saving that 6-pack of beer for the Halloween party. So, needless to say, I bought a lot of good stuff. And there was good stuff people brought to the party too. Someone made buffalo chicken wing dip. That's always good. Someone got we ordered a bunch of sheet pizzas from Pudgy's. I mean, shout out to Pudgy's. They do a good sheet pizza. They really do. What else? What else? Someone made like a taco dip. Someone made deviled eggs that were green. Somebody there was a giant charcuterie board. I mean, listen. You know, one of the biggest faux pas anyone can have when hosting a party is not having good food. So, needless to say, that didn't happen last night. I mean, there was a lot of good food there. Yeah. I mean, just about everything that you could have wanted in a party was exactly what you'd want to have. I mean, again, like, this party is always a highlight of the year for me whenever I go. And, yeah, with, you know, the holidays coming up and how depressing it can be, you need stuff like this to get you motivated to make it through the end of the year. Because, again, you know, you got Halloween, you've got Thanksgiving, you've got Christmas and New Year's. You also have other holidays such as, you know, Veterans Day. Actually, in my case, my birthday is at the very near end of the year. And a lot of good things can happen, but again, getting cold out and stuff, you know, a lot of people can feel rather depressed. So, doing stuff like going to this party is exactly what you need to feel recharged. And I shouldn't say I'm not going to. I mean, I'm actually going to see a lot of those same people again today, because I'm actually volunteering at a trunk or treat, which I'm excited for. Probably go to church. Well, I'm going to go to church first, and then I'm going to, you know, prepare for the trunk or treat. Anyway, speaking of preparing for things, I have some NFL picks to make. Honestly, during my live vlogs, I would write out. Yeah, again, this is blank at the moment, because normally I would do it during my live vlogs on Facebook, but honestly, last night I was just so tired, I didn't want to do it. But luckily, I remember what order is. So, let's see. Let's see who's playing. So, the Dolphins and the Falcons. I'll pick the Falcons. Let's see. That's pick number 110. Pick number 111 would be the Bears and the Ravens. Man, I don't know. Like, you know what? The Ravens are at home. I'll give it to the Ravens. Well, yeah, the Ravens. I'll give it to the Ravens. Okay, pick number 112. The Jets versus the Bengals. You know what? In honor of my family from Ohio, who visited last weekend, yeah, this is a no-brainer. I'm picking the Bengals. Pick number 113, which would be the Buffalo Bills versus the Carolina Panthers. You know what? I know that the last two games for the Bills really haven't been good, but come on. They're still going to win their division. They're still going to be a top competitor in the NFL. Let's go, Buffalo. I'm picking the Bills. Okay. Pick number 114. The San Francisco 49ers versus the Houston Texans. Yeah, after what the 49ers made my pick wrong last week, I'm picking the 49ers this week. That's easy. Pick number 115. The Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots. Patriots. I'm picking New England Patriots on that one. Okay. Let's get to the rest of the picks. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Pick number 116. Oh, good Lord. This is going to be great. The New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? The Eagles are at home. They're definitely going to want revenge against the Giants. This is a no-brainer. I'm picking the Eagles. No way I can be wrong about that one twice now, can I? Okay. Pick number 117. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Oh, that's easy. I'm picking the Buccaneers. Okay. Pick number 118. The Titans and the Colts. Okay, I'm picking the Colts. That's easy. Pick number 119. Cowboys and the Broncos. Oh, yeah. You know what? I would love for my Dallas Cowboys to win, but yeah, the Cowboys are a mile high. I'm picking the Broncos to win. I know it sounds ludicrous as a Cowboys fan. I'm picking the Broncos, but there you go. And pick number 120. Fun fact, 120 is actually how many stars are in like all those Super Mario games. Yeah, Super Mario 64 at 120 stars. Mario Sunshine at 120 shine sprites. Mario Galaxy 2 had 120 stars. 120 seems to be the big number for Nintendo. And it's one of my favorite numbers too. Actually, I mentioned the other day I had like several favorite numbers. 108, 120, 64. Those are some of my favorite numbers. Okay. So believe it or not, and I've said the story before, but when I was at Gettysburg College, there was a place on campus called the Attic. I almost called it the cabin. It was the Attic. And it was basically a place for students to hang out and, have fun, do stuff or whatever. Something on campus, for students, by students, that stuff. Every year I went to the Attic to watch the Super Bowl. The team I rooted for always won. My first year I went there as a freshman, it was the Saints and the Colts, and I picked the Saints to win, and the Saints won. My sophomore year was the Packers and the Steelers. And that's what tonight's game is. This is tough. I mean, if the Packers didn't tie with the Cowboys, both of these teams would have near identical records. Or maybe the Packers would have won. I don't know. It was a tie. I actually have both teams. Well, both of these teams are definitely going to the playoffs come, January and February. That's obvious. Not to mention Aaron Rodgers is playing against his old team too. That's gonna cause a lot of drama. No wonder why they had this for Sunday night. Not to mention, Micah Parsons versus TJ Watt. Man, this is tough. This is really tough. Yeah, you know what? The Steelers are at home. I'll pick the Steelers. No. You know what? Just because of a friend of mine. I'm probably going to get this one wrong, but you know what? I'll pick the Packers over the Steelers. So, yes. My picks for today. Oh, actually, let me make sure I have make sure I do this correctly. Okay, so 109, 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I got the Atlanta Falcons beating the Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens beating the Chicago Bears, the Cincinnati Bengals beating the New York Jets, the Buffalo Bills beating the Carolina Panthers, the San Francisco 49ers beating the Houston Texans, the New England Patriots beating the Cleveland Browns, the Philadelphia Eagles beating the New York Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the New Orleans Saints, the Indianapolis Colts beating the Tennessee Titans, the Denver Broncos beating the Dallas Cowboys, and the Green Bay Packers beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's looks like, obviously, I'm pick right here. Teams I circle are who I'm picking to win. Very simple. You can follow at home. Okay, I really gotta get going because I may be late for church. So, I hope you all liked this video, and if you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble to make this video for all of you guys watching the short video. It'll be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, channel is here to lend, and always get back. Take care and make good choices. 607 up. Dave, babe. I realized I forgot to wear the jersey. Hold on. Can't believe I forgot to wear this thing. Okay. 607 all day, baby.